Hi everyone, welcome back to YouTube channel Classes with me. In today's video, we are going to understand one of the very useful but often ignored concept in SQL, that is the default constraint. I know you might be thinking like why we should learn that when we have all those useful constraint like primary key, foreign key, then unique key, then we have this check constraint, lots of useful constraint. Then what is the use of default? Like why the hell do we use it when we have primary key? Like if we forget something, we have primary key for triggering out the alert. But why should we use default? Let me tell you about the use of default in SQL point of view, in theoretical as well as practical way. And trust me, this one is those concept one of those concept that looks simple. Obviously it is simple, but once you understand it properly, you will start using it in almost every real world table design. Trust me, it has happened with me. That's why I'm saying. And also, like, thank you for visiting to my channel and also my video. And in this video, by the end, you will clearly know what default is, why we use it, how it works in real life scenario, or you could say a real table, and how it behaves during insert operation. Insert means create table, insert into, as it is an constraint, we will use this in column point of view. Like you have seen my previous video, in constraints we always use the constraint in column point of view in create table, right? We will be using the same for that. So before jumping into the practical part, let's talk about default constraint. Like what is default constraint, or the theoretical part? Default constraints in SQL is used to assign a default value to a column where no value is provided during insertion. Means during the insert query, like insert into table. What happens, sometimes you forget about writing the detail in column point of view, or sometimes what happen, you leave it ki acha, I don't have detail for this right now, let's leave that, let's move ahead. So here the default constraint comes to rescue, or I would say in simple words, if the user or application or the data analyst does not give an value for a column, SQL automatically insert the predefined default value. As we have told, default constraint, there we have to give some value, like in place of null or in place of triggering a alert sign, this value will get inserted automatically, no manual way. And what is the use of it, and what kind of help does it do to a data analyst or to a user? uh, I would say three helps that this default constraint do in SQL point of view. First help is like it avoid null values, because trust me, I don't like null values. Like it is really irritating because you have to write a placeholder, then lots of stuffs. Second, it maintain the data consistency. If you see any Excel sheet or a SQL sheet, you will find out one thing, like if it is filled up by data, your mind will be like, okay, right now it's cool, we can work on that, we can do data cleaning, whatever we want to do. But if there is a null value, you will be like, oh my god, I have to give a placeholder, like what kind of placeholder, what will be, like all those stuff, like what is the data type, all those stuffs you have to take care of. So this default constraint maintain the data consistency. Third thing, it reduces extra logic at an application level, right? As I told you, right, you have to write placeholder with data types, all those you have to apply logic, all those stuffs. Like it is really what I will say means, really it's very irritating situation for me. I know it is irritating situation for everyone, but still it is our job to do, we have to do. So these are the three things. First, avoid null values. Second thing, it maintain the data consistency. Third thing is reduces extra logic at an application level. Application level means base level. Okay, zero से from the base level. Okay, and that is the thing. So right now, if I give you a real life scenario example, which we will be using in practical table as well. First scenario, like this is only the scenario I'm talking about. Example, you are creating an employee table, and whenever a new employee joins, their status should be active as per business model. Their status should be active, and their created date should be today's date, current date, obviously. Now, instead of manually inserting this value every time, we can let SQL handle it automatically using default constraint. This is exactly where default constraint comes into picture, and most of the data analysts use it in kind of everyday scenario. Okay, that is the thing. Right now, let's move to the practical part of default constraint and see how these things work. So, default constraint. ठीक है, default constraint. Okay, good to go. We will use create table, and we won't be using lot of columns. We'll be using like around 5 columns so that it is easy for you to understand. So we will be writing create table employee YT, and we will, oops, sorry, and we will be giving some of the column. ठीक है, employee IT ID, it is INT, and primary key. Then let us give something employee name. Obviously, it will be variable character var 30. ठीक है, we won't keep any constraint in that. Then department obviously variable character. And what should we put here? If suppose I am planning to give a default constraint here, ठीक है, I will write default like this. I will write default like this, and after that I will give an placeholder like general. ठीक है, because right now I don't know what department they are into. I just have to insert the data, that's it. For now I have given general, so it works like that. Column name, data type, default constraint, then the placeholder that you want to insert in this column. ठीक है, that is the thing. Then I would say status, variable character. Make sure you give the data type as it is, otherwise there will be an issue. No need to worry about, I will show about this data type, means this data type ka work. Active, just a minute, active in date format as well. ठीक है, I will write joined. What should I write? Join date or created date? ठीक है, created date would be a good thing. Created date. I will write date. Then I will write default. Then I will write here current date. ठीक है, ठीक, simple as that. Let's execute this. Create table, done and dusted. It is successfully done. ठीक है, let's execute this. Uh, okay, right now see, in this we can see for primary key PK is written, employee name, character varying, and for this three column department status and created date, there is no additional kind of symbol or kind of information that we have added any default thing or not. There is nothing like that. ठीक है, just to showcase that. And what things we have done? Employee ID, primary key, simple as that. Employee name, variable character, department, if not provided, it will be general. Status, by default every employee is active. Created date automatically stores today's date, so even if we forget to insert value, SQL will handle it for us. ठीक है, right now we will insert some data into this. ठीक है, insert into employee YT. ठीक है, this is one scenario. And what I will do, I will write employee ID, write this, then I will write Rohit, that's it, done and dusted. Because department status and created table are in default constraint. So when I execute it, what happened here? Employee ID, oh sorry, values, हाँ, चलो अब ठीक है. When I executed, see, successfully created. Now see, one Rohit, general, active, today's date is 17 December 2025. ठीक है, done and dusted. This is one scenario. uh let's see scenario one. Right now, in this scenario, what you have seen, or what happened here, even though we have not provided the department status and created date, SQL automatically inserted department as general, status as active, and created date, that is 17 December 2025. This is the use of default constraint. Right now, what I will do, I will insert something from my own side. Means related to, I want to insert some data from my point of view. Okay, I will write this. I will show you a scenario. I want second. I want suppose this is the employee ID. After that department, I want department as HR. Then status I would say probation, probation period. ठीक है. Created date I would write 2025 12 13. ठीक है, like this I will write, and let's insert and see what output do we get. See, inserted properly. So see this HR probation. This what I am trying to say is, like, if you don't give anything here, if you don't give anything here, SQL will give a placeholder or the default value that you have written in this create table. ठीक है, written here. ठीक है, if you want to add something, you can add it. There is no restriction in that. Default constraint works only when you don't give any data from your own side. ठीक है, it is not like that if you give any other data from your own side like HR probation and this, it is not like that it will trigger an error or kind of thing. It is not like that. SQL is like, okay, user is inserting some data from his or her own side or own point of view, no worries for that. In case if the user is not inserting any data for this default constraint activated uh, column, then we will keep this things, whatever details we have given for this default constraint, it will automatically get inserted into this table and it will show you the output. We have seen this two things in two scenarios, so don't get confused, because I know in recruiter's point of view, during your interview time, recruiter will surely ask you this question, like, if I want to insert some different data apart from the default data that you have written in the create table, can I apply it, or will SQL show an error to us, or can I apply it? Like, they will ask you this kind of questions. Directly say that no worries for it. If you want to insert any data from your own side, it will be done and dusted in a successful way. If you have not inserted any data from your own side for the column where default constraint is there, then automatically SQL will insert that default constraint data that you have given, or the placeholder that you have given, automatically into that, only when you have forgot or you have not written anything in that column. That's the thing. Data in that column, I mean to say. So what are the important rules for this? Important rules are default work only if the column is omitted in insert. ठीक है, if you explicitly insert null, default will not apply. Okay, let me show you that scenario as well. SCE scenario 3. I Okay, let's show this thing as well, because yeah, right now what I will do, I will insert a data here and I will write null values in this. Okay, let's see. Null, null, null. Okay, I will insert null value, and when I execute it, oh, it is, see what happened. You cannot write null values, and you won't be expecting a null value written here. Here default will be shown. Okay, that is the thing. I know this will happen. Just to showcase you, I am showing this because I know you will be thinking, "Arey, default value is there," and right now I have told ki you cannot insert null values in that default will show. I know you might be thinking like I might have told something wrong. It is not right that it is not like that. If you insert null here na, SQL will successfully insert that data into that table. But what will happen? It will show you like this. What it is trying to show, SQL is trying to show you, SQL is trying to say कि in create table here default constraint is applied for this column. ठीक है, department status and created date default constraint is applied. So if you are trying to add null, we will show this because that is the rules and regulation. Simple as that. ठीक है, that's the thing. And I hope you got the answer for it. ठीक है. Third important rules that you have to maintain or you have to understand is default values are defined at schemas level, not applicable application level. ठीक है. And default is commonly used for status column, date, flags, counters, like this kind of thing. ठीक है. That's all about rules and regulation in default constraint. And let's do a recap of this video or kind of summarization part. Default constraint automatically assigns value. You don't have to manually write it. If you write it manually, it's good to go. If you don't write it manually, if you don't write it manually, automatically that data will be inserted. And also you have seen how it reduced the manual work. Simple. It has improved the data consistency. Data consistency means even though I have applied null in the insert into query, you can see that SQL has given this thing default kind of thing. Okay? And it is uh, like heavily used in real production database. I have used it personally, that's why. So that's all about the video. If you like this video or if you have gained any knowledge from this video, please click on the like button. Share this video to someone who is learning SQL or brushing up their SQL knowledge on a daily basis, and please subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell icon. Why I'm saying to click on the bell icon? Because we do live stream each and every day. So once you get notification about the live stream, you can directly join my live stream, ask me doubts related to any of the topic in SQL, in Python for data analytics, in Power BI. I will help you out personally in my live stream. Even though I will make the clip for that, in case if you want to understand the topic, you can watch that video again and understand it. If not, I do live stream every day. You can join my live stream. You can send me a mail related to the topic which you want to understand. You can ask doubts related to assignments, project, anything related to data domain. I can help you out from my own experience. Okay? So that's all about it. Let's meet tomorrow in a new video. Till then, bye bye everyone. Take care. Happy coding, happy querying, and that's all about it.